Good evening, I'm Rob Coles. Thanks for joining us. Across the country today, those who've served are being honored in a somber annual holiday tradition. It's National Wreaths Across America Day. Here in our area, the Minnesota Department of Veterans held a special ceremony. Northern News Now's Taryn Simmons spoke to some Northlanders taking part who were honoring their loved ones.
This is an honor just to give back what I can to the vets that served us so well.
David Martin was one of the relatives able to honor the fallen soldiers buried at the Minnesota State Veterans Cemetery this Saturday. Attendees were each given a Christmas wreath to place on relatives' gravestones. Corey Johnson with the Minnesota State Cemetery, whose relative was also a veteran, understands how important these kinds of moments are to the families who've lost their loved ones to war.
I think is extremely meaningful because it allows them the opportunity to continue to honor their loved one.
He wanted to make sure the families of fallen soldiers could have a chance to remember their loved ones during the holiday season.
And thank them for their service just means that they'll never be forgotten. They'll always be remembered.
Remembering and honoring our veterans is something Martin does very frequently.
I also help with the homeless vets. We supply supplies for them to set up their home.
In Saginaw, I'm Taryn Simmons, Northern News Now.
Well, the Minnesota Department of Veterans says they'll be laying more wreaths on veterans' graves up through February 1st.